Hi guys, it's April, and I am so ready for next month's releases. With March just around the corner, I'm starting to get really excited about the books and the coloring books that are going to be coming out next month. On March 10th, The Deep by Alma Katsu comes out. I'm really super excited about this one because I have always been a Titanic history buff. Just something about that whole event has just captured me since I was very young. And this is a story centered around the Titanic and its sister ship Britannic. You have a survivor from the Titanic who is now working on the Britannic who suddenly stumbles across someone who couldn't have survived the sinking of the Titanic. I have no idea where this whole story is going to go, but it sounds creepy. The cover is creepy, and I believe it is supposedly horror, at least according to Goodreads. I want to read this. I want to read this so bad. Also coming out on the 10th is Cries from the Lost Island by Kathleen O'Neill Geer. This story is centered around Cleopatra in ancient Egypt, but it takes place in the modern world as Cleopatra has been reincarnated, though her friends don't necessarily believe her at the beginning. Reincarnation of Cleopatra is suddenly murdered, and then her two friends, Hal and Roberto, have to figure out what happened. I have an art copy of this book that I'm super excited to get into, so look forward to seeing a review on that one from me because it sounds very intriguing. Then on March 17th, I am so excited about March 17th. On March 17th, we get the next volume of Girl from the Other Side. I absolutely adore this manga series. It is the story of the outside and the inside, and two beings who are coexisting together from both sides. There is a mystery going on how these two sides ended up happening. There is a curse that turns you into an outsider. The art is just creepy and odd and bizarre and weird, and I just like it so much. It's got that fairy tale aesthetic that I like. I have a full review if you are interested in the series, but I am super excited to get my hands on this next volume because I need to know the things that happened. But also on March 17th, Worlds Within Worlds by Kerby Rosanes comes out. Kerby Rosanes coloring books are one of my all-time favorite coloring books. But in the fact that we are getting another coloring book when I thought we had hit our last coloring book, I'm excited to see what all this book contains. I have seen some spoilers of some of the pages here and there, but I've been trying to sort of keep myself away from such spoilers because I want it to be just something new and exciting for me to open. On March 24th, The Return by Rachel Harrison is due to be released. Besides the fact that this cover is absolutely amazing, the premise of this book is just something I need to read. It is a story about two best friends. One goes missing and then suddenly returns again. And of course, all the odd and bizarre things that happen centering around that event. This is another horror thriller mystery novel. For whatever reason, I've been in that kind of mood, so these kind of releases have been intriguing me immensely. Also on March 24th, we have another coloring book coming out. This time it is Enchanted Castles. However, this volume is not going to be illustrated by Joseph Kattenbaum. This is actually going to be illustrated by Fabiana Attanasio. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. I'm not very familiar with their work. If it falls in the same veins, it's going to be a thing that happens. And last but not least, on March 31st, The Grimm Sisters by Menna van Praag is set to come out. This is centered around four sisters who have control of different elements. At 13, they were all separated, but now 5 years later, they are coming back together and strange magical things are happening. This is a fantasy that has magic, that has world hopping, that just has sister bonding that I am super excited to get into. This is another book that I have got an art copy for that I will be reading, and I will be getting a review out to you guys because this looks to be something that is going to be fairly spectacular. So I'm excited to see where this one goes. So those are all of the March releases that I am really super excited about. Tell me down below if there's anything coming out in March that you are super excited to get your hands on. Anything that I need to be aware of that I didn't realize is coming out because I'm only one person. I can't keep track of all these things. I'm still figuring out how I can make these lists. But if you feel that I have missed anything, tell me down below. And of course, if you want to keep up to date with every time I upload, subscribe, and I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.